Hello, Cupcake.
Heyo.
Ah, God!
Power! Unlimited power!
Damn lights.
Hang on, I gotta turn the fucking gain down a little bit. The camera
A
doesn't
little bit?
Yeah, I know. Like a fucking banshee. Let's see here. It's almost like look at it.
There you go.
There, I think that's less terrifying.
You're not blinding me. Beep-a-dee-dee boop.
No, it's that fault. Now it went too dark. God damn it.
What are you looking at, Ghost?
Oh, that's too much. I think that's about right. The cat just like staring out the window behind you.
I don't see any birds. I don't know what the fuck he's looking at. Unless he's just enjoying the blue sky.
Right. I really wish they would have put this on the right ear cup instead of the left. But it's life in the big city.
Poor Cupcake and his fancy headphones.
Indeed. Indeed. Not what I meant. Computer. I meant to move Discord to my main monitor and move my webpage the other way, but instead it was like, oh, you obviously want me to do this. Okay, you go there. There we go. Alright, now I think I've got it working right.
Hello and welcome to this non-lethal episode of the super happy fun Jabbertron Tea Party podcast with Kiki and Cupcake. Enjoy the show, and please wash your hands.
Freaking hair. I need a haircut, but I can't get one.
I'm sorry, Cupcake. Does your mom not do hair?
No. I mean, I see an actual, like, barber, but they're closed until this is all over. I'm gonna end up with a ponytail the way things are going.
I've not seen, like, a hair or anything since I was 12, so I don't know.
Right.
I just did my mom's hair.
Oh, nice. I mean, as long as you're comfortable doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I could, like, trim my hair, but I would never give myself a haircut. Like, I trimmed up, like, around my ears and stuff today. I'm okay with that, but, like, I don't even go near, like, actually, like, cutting my hair back. Last time I did that, I ended up just, like, buzzing it. Like a dog, just... I let it grow back in, because it's like, you know, I'm balding, and it's still this thick.
Damn.
Right. I don't know if it's obvious. Kind of hard to see.
You're getting the V points.
Right.
Like most men do.
Right.
Women too, just to a lesser stance.
Yeah, not the...
You're getting the Vegeta look.
That... One of these days I'm going to be bald, and then I'll really look silly.
You'll still have the beard, probably.
Yeah, no, the beard's not going anywhere. Although I'm not going both through here, so it's like entirely likely that I'll just end up having like long temples basically.
So how are you?
I am classified as a human being.
Oh, we're a human being now, not a meat popsicle?
I got my new fancy earbuds today. They're charging in
Ooh.
this little capsule.
Shiny.
The capsule's also a battery, so like if they run dry, you can stick them back in and it'll charge them up.
What kind are they?
Samsung Bud Pluses. I got them free with the phone, so it's like figured I'd give them a shot. They're AKGs, so they're supposed to be pretty nice. I mostly just want them for grocery shopping.
So you can self-isolate even more?
I mean, yeah. Surprisingly, the grocery store actually wasn't too bad today, and it was pretty well stocked. I got like a little bit of everything. I got a bag of rice, a bag of beans. I mean, not like a huge one, but just like, you know, I got a case of diced tomatoes, a case of tomato, a case of tomato sauce. And I asked the guy, like, can I just take a flat of these? He's like, oh yeah, no. He's like, you're good, go ahead. I'm like, okay. So I've got like cans and cans of like kidney beans and black beans and pinto beans, and tomatoes and tomato sauce, and just like raw ingredients for making stuff.
Nice.
A couple things of celery. I didn't go crazy. I didn't like stockpile, but I got so we have ingredients.
Ugh. I don't get to go grocery shopping until the 5th.
No, my friends are yelling at me today about something about you're not supposed to go grocery shopping at the beginning of the month. I don't know what the hell it was.
Why not?
I don't know. I was talking to a different friend via text from college, like community college way back in the day, and she was like, that you're depriving people, blah blah blah. I'm like, what are you going on about? Like, I'm like, the grocery store is like well stocked. It's not even like picked over. Something about this not the elderly, what'd she say? Like this medically sensitive or something? I don't know. I was like one of like 10 people in there. It was mostly like the Walmart people like filling online orders. Look, I didn't like push anybody out of the way to get anything. I just like, walked along each aisle and grabbed what I thought I would need.
I haven't seen anything about that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll see if I can dig up the thing. Hang on. Because I can look at my phone from my stuff. Oh, hang on. I will see if I can copy paste this to my imager, and then I'll link you to it. Now I see what you're talking about. I mean, okay, but okay. Okay. How do I copy? Paste. I got like that.
Oh, because of WIC benefits.
I mean, nothing was out. Like, I didn't, like I wasn't buying anything that had that sticker on it anyway. But,
Yeah.
But my ass got lit up about it. I was like,
Oh well.
yeah, I don't know. I just wanted it to be clear. Like, I'm not like going out of my way to screw other people. I was like, oh, I didn't even know that was a thing.
It's not like you're stealing all the toilet paper.
But how will I live? Dude, the toilet paper aisle is still just absolutely destroyed.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I can't even believe that people are still hoarding toilet paper. Like, the food is fine now. Like, for a while, you couldn't get, like, milk and eggs and stuff, but, like, I went in today, and I mean, I didn't go early. I went at, like, 10 o'clock this morning, and it wasn't super busy. People weren't, like, beating each other up for food, but the toilet paper aisle was, like, toilet paper, Kleenex, and paper towels are all out of stock. I don't understand it.
I guess it's just one of those things. People are dumb.
Right. If you had told me before this started that toilet paper would be the thing that, like, nobody would have on hand, I would have said you were crazy. Like, even I thought by now people would have gotten their fill. Like, the food is restocked. Like, the food isn't disappearing like it was, but toilet paper.
Yeah.
And it has no, like, black market value because they're regularly replacing it. So I don't even, like, it's not like it's a scarcity thing, like. And all the online sites have stamped out privateering. They're like, you're not selling it on here, not in the middle of this.
Yeah.
Amazon, eBay, all of that. So, like, there's no value in stockpiling it. I don't like know how else to even try to engage on it anymore. Because, like, even my work is having issues, and it's like, I don't understand why it's not a big deal, basically. And that's all I really wanted to, like, everything else at Walmart today was absolutely fine. There's nothing that, I mean, there was, some things that were out of stock, like different varieties of pasta, but, like, it was mostly there.
Yeah.
They were out of spaghetti. But, like, that's not world ending. They had vermicelli, fettuccine, all the different, stringy styles of dry pasta. So it's like it's not a world ender. But yeah. So that was most definitely a thing. And as usual, working for a building supply company, we are busier than we have ever been. Like, when I was complaining to you guys yesterday that I was hitting the wall, I didn't know if I was going to be able to keep pushing forward. I was by myself, and it was non-stop. Like, I had to get freight out. I had to help guests. I was pulling stuff down for our special order, like, shipping department. Just, like, everything all the time, nonstop for 8.5 hours. It was nuts. I don't get it. We're in the middle of a pandemic and people are shopping like it's going out of style. Like, they're not going to be able to shop anymore. And it's not necessities. It's not like they're coming in to get milk and stuff. Like, they're renovating their houses. And my exact words to my boss were, well, now that I have to spend 24/7 in this shithole, really noticing it needs a lot of work. And that's not a jab at anybody, just kind of
noticing things.
You don't mind being there when you're only there to sleep, but when you suddenly have to spend every waking moment at home, people are like, I don't really like my house that much, or I don't like the way, that it's not as comfortable as they had hoped.
Yeah.
To me, it's kind of like the analog or the metaphor, whatever you want to call it, is like people who have to be on their feet all day very purposely pick shoes that are comfortable, not shoes that are good looking.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, people are buying stuff to make their houses more usable, is the best way I can describe what people are buying. I got into this because like my mom was like, you've been ordering a lot of stuff from the internet. I'm like, anything and everything to make our existence more comfortable. And in this case, it's mostly been stuff for down here, but we're not going anywhere, and it could be a while before we do go anywhere. So I'm trying to make my existence, and also the fact that I got a sizable bonus check. I just did my taxes this morning. I'm getting like another sizable amount of money back on my taxes.
Woohoo!
Right? Oh, dude, I was so nervous about that. Oh my god. For those of you who are listening, I've had my family accountant do my taxes every year that I have been working. This year he's on lockdown because he's an older gentleman and he doesn't want to catch COVID-19. And while we do have an extension, my student loan company wants my tax returns by May 1st, or they jack up my payments. So I was rocking a hard place to figure out how to do my taxes myself. And as far as I can tell, I did them right because both my state and the federal government accepted my tax returns. I got the AOK email like about half an hour ago from the state. So I'm at least not being audited as far as I can tell. And I was kind of nervous because the federal government took them like within an hour. The federal government was like, good. And the state was like, under review. I'm like, under review? What did I do? The only thing I can figure is I'm sitting on a temporary driver's license, because I'm waiting for the state to issue me a new permanent license. Because I'm getting one of those Real ID enhanced whatever licenses, and they're backlogged. And so I gave them the information for my temporary license, and I was worried that they were like, well, that's not the license number we have on file for that person. But no, like they, like, whatever, like right before lunchtime, they sent me an email and said, you're good. Everything is fine. Like, okay. And again, as usual, I overpaid my taxes, which is what I want. I'd rather pay too much than owe them any money. I don't care what the libertarians and conservatives say. I would rather have the government give me a little bit of money back than owe them anything.
Yep.
Because I make enough money where if I screw it up, it's not a cheap, if I miscalculate my tax payments, or my withholding, it gets a little ugly if I miscalculate. It's not like, oh, you missed by $10. It's like, you missed by $4,000. I did send a copy to my accountant to review. Just like faxed him, my returns. Just said, give it a once over and tell me if I screwed anything up. I said they're already submitted, but if I really screwed the pooch, let me know. And I haven't heard back, but I'm hoping everything is all right. I'm hoping no news is good news.
We did our taxes long ago, so we already got our return and it's been spent. We don't make a lot of money, so... And our taxes aren't very complicated.
I mean, mine really aren't either. I'm... none of, the special circumstances apply to me. The only one I had to check in on was student loans, and I didn't pay enough into student loans to even get anything, deducted from my taxes. They deducted what I paid on student loans, but that was still, only $4,000 or $5,000 in the last year. So it wasn't, a ton. I mean, yes, $4,000 or $5,000 is a lot of money. It's 10% of what I make a year. But you know what I'm saying? I had $40,000 in student loans, and of that $4,000, I've paid off $2.5 in actual paying down what I owe the federal government on student loans. For those out there, my loans were private when I started, so I got raked over the coals for interest. They didn't tell me that I had to make interest payments. They weren't subsidized because together my parents made over $100,000 a year, so I didn't get any breaks on my loans. So at the end, they took all the interest and capitalized it. And so that went like, oh, you had, $30,000 in loans, and here's another $10,000 in interest.
Yikes.
If I knew now, if I had known now, I would have done it differently then. But that's life. That's the millennial generation. We were told, go to school, don't worry about your loans. And so I didn't. And now I'm having to pay it back. And I don't honestly even know what I would do. Like, they've talked about, like, well, what if they forgave all the loans? I don't even know, what I would even do if I didn't have to pay that, like, $300 a month in. I mean, obviously I would spend it on different things, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, I could make a list of charities you could give it to.
right? The charity of my bank account. I mean, honestly, I would probably just apply it to my credit card debt.
So have
But
you
yeah,
loaded
that's what-
Animal Crossing yet today?
I have. I've done a little bit with it. I haven't quite done as much as some of our friends have done with it.
I haven't loaded it yet today, but I'm looking at the Bunny Day event guide.
It's so dumb. I don't get it. It's so dumb. There are eggs in everything, and you use the eggs to make Easter items. If you make all the Easter items, you get a special prize.
And the special prize is...
It's a mystery. You'll get it on Easter.
Oh.
If you show him all of the recipes on Easter completed, he'll give you something. I don't even look at me. I have enough trouble. I have enough trouble just like trying to do the normal day-to-day stuff in that game with my life, let alone like hunting down these recipes and doing that.
Well, yeah, the newer version does expect you to be a little all-consuming
Right.
with itself.
You noticed that too.
I mean, the other ones were a bit too. Video games are kind of like that. They want you to play them, of course.
Right.
But this one really wants you to play it.
Right. I mean, I appreciate that I'm not getting burnout after a week. Like, the last one, we played it for a week, and it was like, everything you could possibly do for that season was done. And so you're just basically grinding at that point. But in the same sense of the word, I'm not, like, enthused by the fact that it's... Like, I'm shocked at how much farther along everybody else is who's playing it. Like, I am so far behind. I'm like, where you guys are now, that's where you were. Like, I'm at where you were like a week ago.
Ah. I just got tail whacked.
Right.
Well, I mean, you lead a much more hectic life than I do, though. Going back to Animal Crossing.
I mean, to be fair, that's true of everybody I interact with regularly who is playing.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to my mom about that too. I'm like, for people who don't have like active social lives, we're very busy people.
Don't worry about it. Just play at your pace.
That's what I'm doing. It was like, I did one round of tarantula hunting last night and got like $300,000. I'm like, that's pretty good. I was talking to Rue this morning before she went to bed. She's like, yeah, I got like 5 million. I'm like, crap. I mean, I don't know if it was that much, but it was like just a ton. I'm like, dude. And I'm hearing about people like, oh yeah, I invested in like at least 1 million bells every week in the stock market. I'm like, you what now? You have 1 million bells just to throw at that thing? I am obviously playing this game wrong. The only thing I can figure is there's a lot of people who are very good at break the game.
Yeah.
But beyond that, it's been fun. I enjoyed the game. It's relaxing.
Good. I find it relaxing myself.
Right. It's just the right amount of interactive that it's engaging, but not so engaging that I can't be doing something else. It's great for like I'm rewatching Cardcaptor Sakura right now, and I remember a lot of like the first half of the first season. So it's a good mix because I can stop paying attention, but I've already seen the entire thing. I'm just rewatching it in English because that's a thing. Because I own it, the uncut version in English. Because I'm a collector, and it was.
Oh, really?
I mean, fair enough. Fair enough.
What are you drinking?
Venom Energy.
Oh, alright.
It's made with real snake venom. What? It is. I mean, I haven't died yet.
That you know of.
Are you suggesting that I'm a lich? I mean, you're not wrong, but...
Anyway, Cardcaptor Sakura.
Yeah, I'm on, like, episode 7?
I
haven't gotten very far. Because I'm also watching... not watching, sorry. I'm also, like, trying to keep up with my YouTube subscription, so, like... I'll have, like, a couple days where I have, like, an hour, and then, like, yesterday, I had, like, 5 hours of stuff to watch. Stay caught up with what people are releasing, because everybody's, like, speeding up their release schedules, because everyone's stuck at home.
You
Trying to store
You must follow a lot more people than I do.
I follow, like, maybe 150 different channels. I don't watch all of the stuff they release regularly, but there's some stuff like everything. When H.C. Bailey's got a series going, like right now he's doing Star Tropic 2. I'm watching that. I watch a little bit of the Game Grumps, not like religiously, but if there's something they play that I'm interested in, I do enjoy listening to them.
I only apparently follow 112 channels. But I don't watch everything that pops up.
Same. There's a lot of channels that I'm subscribed to that are functionally defunct. Like they're not active anymore. They're just not desubscribed because they might come back. There's been a lot of creators that I was following that basically got out of the game because the revenue from YouTube kind of just dried up.
Hmm.
Either they're doing different things or they're just not as active anymore.
I follow quite a number of ASMR channels, and I only used maybe half of their channel's worth. So you managed to finish Super S.
Yes, I did. I'm with you after finally sitting through the entire thing. Like, I will admit, back in the day when they were doing like the original 90s dub, whatever you want to call it, like I got some way into it and then never really finished it, or just never, bothered to watch it. I own it. I actually own the discs for the original dub. I just have at this point have no interest in even bothering to watch it because I just generally like the new dub better. Like, I know, like, when I first started this journey and you were listening to me talk about, like, I wasn't really sure what I thought of, like, the main cast, the inner scouts. But, like, honestly, they got better. Like, they were already pretty good in the first season, but, like, now that we're, like, season 4 going season 5, they're solid. They're really, really solid. Their voices are the voices I imagine now when I see the characters. Like, they've done a good job of, like, ingraining their acting into the characters. Yeah, I definitely see, like, when you were telling me like, in the manga, it's, like, what, like a chapter or two?
Yes, it's
Like,
a very short arc.
Because, like, literally, you and I watched the first, like, 6 or 8 episodes of Stars, and they finish up the storyline with the major villain from Super S, and it's like, well, that was unexpected. You can tell that they like really, really stretched it out. Because like nothing really happens. Although I will admit, by the time they get to the beginning of Stars, like shit kind of hits the fan. Like it kind of feels like they overran the Super S season. They had to finish it in Stars because like that felt like the actual like end of that story arc. I get that it sounds like, but what I'm saying, it looks like it's just like the intro to transitioning into who the big bad is going to be in the final season, the one we're watching now. But like, it was kind of a weird bridge because there was a very clear finale in Super S where she's fighting the same villain, and she like falls off the big top, whatever you want to call it, like her big top castle, and there's a whole thing about when the villain sees her again at the beginning of the final season, and they do that whole story arc. She's like, I thought you fell to your death. Like, what? You're still alive? And it's like, this, you know, and they kind of, there's a mysterious voice that reawakens the bad guy from season 4. And that's like how they bridge. I think they're bridging into the final season.
Yeah.
But it's still like, well, that was random.
That's really more a nod to the manga.
Okay.
I mean, it is a bit random in the scheme of the anime. Like,
right.
Why do we suddenly have this new villain who's, for some reason, waking up Nehelania for the shits and giggles of it, it seems?
Right. I did like that there was, like, the way they took care of, they tied off that storyline. Was a nice ending.
Well, you like nice endings.
Well, duh. I mean, if Dragon Ball taught me anything, you can't kill all of your enemies. They have to become your eternal rivals. And the sad part is this is a reoccurring theme in Dragon Ball.
What are they doing with that arc in Crystal? 2 movies?
Yes, it's going to be 2 movies.
Yeah, okay. Have they made
It's
that
like,
yet, or are we still waiting?
We're still waiting. I think it's coming out this summer, I want to say.
Is it still coming out this summer?
I don't know. Yeah, I guess now I don't know. Let me look. Sailor Moon, Crystal. I'll just put Super S. September 11th, 2020 is when it's supposed to premiere. The full title of the film is Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon Eternal, the movie. And it's basically 2 movies that will be the same amount of time as a single season for all intents and purposes. They just felt like it would be easier. Remember what we were talking about? They felt it would be easier to do it as 2 movies than 1 TV series or TV season. Because they claim, as far as I remember, they claim that they're like honest to God, like they're going to be 2-hour movies, and a single season is like 6 hours, so it's, you know, maybe a little bit less, but not that much.
Yeah. I mean, it's a short series, but it has
Right.
pretty much 2 arcs, so it could easily work. I think. I haven't read the manga in a long time, and when I read the manga, they called her Bunny.
Right. Well, that was interesting.
That was my fun.
Oh. I do love how with time the character design shifted to be an amalgam of like the manga, the original like TV series, and kind of like the way Crystal started. So the characters still have like that the gazelle like arms and legs, but the yeah, I'm looking at the movie poster with Chibiusa and Usagi as their super forms, and it's like very clear that they just look like an upgraded. It's an upgraded art style of the way they designed them for Super S. I mean, honestly, I think whenever we get to watching like Crystal, that might be when I like see if like Mish and other people on the server want to watch it.
Yeah.
Because I think Crystal will be easier for people to consume than the original series.
It's a lot shorter.
Yeah, it's there's a lot of fapping about in the original series. I mean, they literally could have cut it like 100 episodes, and it still would have been the same TV show.
No need for a monster of the week.
Right. I mean, it does a lot to characterize the like their personalities and like what makes them tick, but it is a lot of like, nothing really happens. They just fight the monster.
What to talk about?
That is the question, and the answer is all the things. And yes, this is a giant utility coffee mug. I mean, I'm definitely enjoying Cardcaptor Sakura again.
That's good.
I mean, I've rewatched the first disc. I don't even know how many times trying to restart it, but it's still just as cute and enjoyable as it was the first time I watched it in Japanese. It's just such a lovely show. Like, I don't want to call it junk food. It's not like that. It's just very... It's easily consumable without being, like... It's well written, and it has drama, but it's never, like, overly nasty.
That's a nice way of looking at it.
Right. I don't know how to describe it. Like, it's... She gets into trouble, but the trouble is never so... I mean, okay. The end of the first season, it gets a little high tension. But, like, everything up until then, like, stuff gets kind of serious, but there are a lot of capable people in her to help her out. Her brother being, like, a major part of that in the first season. Like, Toya is... For a guy who, quote-unquote, has no magical powers, he is ridiculously capable. He's always around.
Hang on, you're
Like, there's a
breaking
whole
up.
thing. Oh, sure.
Okay, go ahead.
Am I still breaking up?
A little bit.
Yeah, I think my mom might be uploading a video or something for school because all of a sudden my ping was shot way up. Hopefully I'm not breaking up. But just like the first season, her brother's always around. Like, he's, for a guy who has no magical powers, quote unquote, he's like a capable guy. For a dude in high school, like, he gets her out of trouble more than a few times. Like, I just got to the episode where Lisa Ron first shows up. Lisa literally tries to take the cloud cards from her by force. Her brother just scales that 12-foot chain link fence between the high school and the elementary school, and just like literally just goes right up and over and lands. What are you doing to my sister? And the kid's just like, who are you? And what do you want? And like Sakura's only response is Toya? I mean, the dude just like, there's a whole line in like the previous episode where Yuki, his friend, I'm trying to remember how she ends up at Yuki's house. Something to do with one of the cards. I don't remember what it was. And Yuki calls her brother to come get her. And she's asleep and her brother's carrying her. And Yuki says something along the lines of, you really should take it easy on her. She's got a lot, like, on her plate, blah, blah, blah. And he says something like, she's my sister, I'm the only one who gets to tease her.
Aww.
Which kind of plays into the next episode where, like, Lisa runs, like, all, like, trying to take the cards from her, and her brother just, like, is just there. Like, within, like, 30 seconds of her being accosted. Now, mind you, there are 70 episodes of just the original series, and I'm basically rewatching them because I want to watch Clear Card Saga.
Which I myself have to finish.
Right.
I don't know why I'm taking so long just to watch, I think, 3 more episodes.
Yeah. Mind you, I could have just started Clear Card because I already know what happens in the original series, but, like, I made a point that I wanted to rewatch it in English. Also because, despite it... What's up?
Nah.
It's surprisingly very good voice acting. Considering I think it was like the Southeast Asian dub, it's good.
I've been watching an anime called Blue Flowers.
Yes, you were telling me about.
Yeah, it's an 11-episode Yuri anime. It's very cute.
Oh yeah, Sweet Blue Flowers.
Mm-hmm. Cute might not be the right word. Endearing?
Right.
Bunch of teenage girls trying to figure themselves out, falling in love, having heartbreak, that sort of thing.
Right. Good stuff, good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what is this?
What's what?
Suddenly, the whole nation depends on the very people they don't believe should make $18 an hour.
Mm-hmm. The essential workers.
Oh, my company is now giving us an extra $2 an hour as hazard pay.
Nice.
It's only during the week, like Monday through Friday. Because I already get, like, weekend pay that's like an extra 3 on the weekends. They're not extending it to extra 5 on the weekend. Although they might have to if they keep this shit up. Also, apparently we're going to be closed on Easter this year. Oh, I wonder if my boss did the schedule for that week. I wanted to see what I'm working. Nope, he hasn't done that schedule yet. Oh wow, Konosuba's tying up, finishing up. Their next volume is going to be the last one.
Hmm?
Konosuba, the next light novel is going to be the final one.
Oh.
They're done. I need to pre-order season 1. Try to get that for May. Oh, my watch is yelling at me. Stupid watch. Who asked you anyway?
You did.
I know. It's like, oh, Cupcake, you should go walk. You've been sitting for an hour. Shut up. I'll tell you what I'm going to walk to. I'm going to walk to the fridge, get a beer, and sit back down.
Are you, though?
No.
What else did we watch lately?
Not much, really. I've been so busy with work that we really haven't been watching much. Then we've all been playing Animal Crossing.
That's true. I don't think we have anything else to talk about.
I think we've already run out. Our lives are that boring. It's just like, yep, that's it.
Well, I mean, in our defense, there is a pandemic going on. And you work rather hard.
I wouldn't use the term hard as much as a lot.
Rather a lot, then.
Right. I mean, yesterday was hard, but that's just because I was by myself. Yeah, I can't think of anything else to really talk about, because I really haven't done much. Other than play Animal Crossing. Oh, sorry, excuse me. Oh. That wasn't on purpose, I just, leaned forward and squeezed. Speaking of that. Interestingly enough, I found a pair of shoes in Animal Crossing that are literally the same shoes that I wear in real life.
Ooh.
I'm not even joking, seriously.
The fancy ones?
Yes, the maroon New Balance that I wear, $100 and some. I actually found a pair that looks just like them. I'm not even joking. It's legitimately insane that I found a pair. Can I remove? I think I'm just gonna get rid of the wand for a while. It's a neat idea, but I don't have enough clothes to actually have complete outfits. There is. Oh. I don't know how to use computer. And this here. I want albums.
Cute.
Right? It's almost exactly what I'm wearing in real life. If that sweatshirt was a hoodie, it's literally what I'm wearing right now.
It's a shame it's not a hoodie.
Yeah, I've been told they exist. I haven't run into them yet.
Why is... What the fuck is Cat Girl Switch?
Wait, what?
It's a trending topic on Twitter?
Okay. That's interesting. Oh, I forgot about that. Kind of Cat Girl Switch. What the hell?
To celebrate April Fool's Day, we've released Cat Girl Without Salad, Amuse Bouche on Nintendo Switch. That's all it means.
Well, okay then.
It's a game.
I keep forgetting it's April Fool's Day. What?
Well, almost everybody's, like, canceled it.
Right. I just don't think it's the right atmosphere for fucking around.
Yeah. It's almost like something horrible is going around killing everybody.
Ah, what's a mass murder without a little bit of crazy shenanigans? Enough to make any of the Easter stuff yet.
Maybe?
I haven't gotten any sky eggs yet, but I got enough of the stuff.
Sky eggs?
Yes, earth
Woo!
eggs, stone eggs, leaf eggs, wood eggs, sky eggs, and water eggs.
Okay.
I'm not exactly sure how you get sky eggs, but I'm guessing it has something to do with the balloons.
And all these wonderful sales going on that I can't, do anything with. Because I'm still poor.
Same. You know what? I got a second bridge going, and I have, from my shenanigans last night with the tarantulas, I have enough money to pay it off right now.
Pay it off. Pay it off.
I was going to try to get enough money to pay off my house today, but I'm not that interesting, so instead, I'm going to go here. Ringo's getting up. I see his butt.
Oi.
Indeed. Boy, indeed. Hello, friend. Oh, good friend. Damn it. Need more money. Yeah, fuck it. Much as possible. Donate. Shit. Kiki has joined the game.
Yes, I have. We're still recording, by the way.
Whoops.
We never said goodbye or anything.
Nope.
So why don't we say our goodbyes so we can stop recording and I can save this.
Probably a wise idea.
Thank you once again for listening to the Super Happy Fun Jabbertron Tea Party podcast with Kiki and Cupcake. Stay safe, stay indoors, don't touch your face, and wash your hands.
Goodbye, Cupcake.
Goodbye, Kiki. Oh no! Damn it.